What is going on, ladies and genitals? YOTESLAYA here, bringing you a very awkward Black Ops, I almost said Borderlands 2, Black Ops 2 multiplayer gameplay. I know I hardly ever post multiplayer gameplay, but, you know, I had an idea for a commentary today while I was driving, and I figured I would use, Black Ops 2 multiplayer for the backdrop. Now, I will tell you now, this game isn't anything special, I don't believe. I haven't really watched it. I did have it recorded, so something happened. I do know that I'm playing with subscribers, and I think that I just go on a pretty good little streakish. I don't really remember. It's not going to be anything high scoring or anything like that, but it'll make a very good backdrop to my little commentary today. I got a couple topics that I do want to talk about. First off, like I said, I kind of got some ideas while I was driving earlier, and I was driving earlier to the bank. I needed to get some money out to pay some bills and stuff like that. And, I'm kind of just driving, going to the bank, thinking to myself, by the way, this is right after the Peacekeeper came out, DLC that shows you, like, how old this gameplay is. I hardly ever play Black Ops 2, okay? But I was driving to the bank. I needed to get some money to pay bills, and I started thinking to myself, I was like, for the first time ever in my life, I actually don't have anything that I've got to pay right now. And, I got a little bit of money in the bank, and I can actually work on saving this money right now. For the first time, like, ever in my life, I was like, dude, I don't have anything I need to do. There's nothing that I really want to spend the money on, so I'm just going to let, it kind of sit there. It's nothing huge by any means, okay? But it's different than what I'm accustomed to. I'm accustomed to, like, towards, almost at the end of the pay time, while we're waiting on a paycheck or something, I got to start thinking about, maybe I'm going to eat ramen noodles tonight instead of, go to Taco Bell. I got to start working on the money situation. When I started thinking, I was like, man, this is the first time I've ever really, like, kind of somewhat felt comfortable with my money situation. First time ever in my life. And then I started to wonder. I was like, you know what? I may have a little bit of money in the bank right now, and it's all in the bank, okay? Nothing is on me personally. I have to rely on the bank. I have to rely on the computers at the bank to keep track of my money. What if something happened, like a virus or some kind of an attack? Heaven, God forbid it would ever happen. But what if something happened where the computer system was actually taken out and this little bit of money I've got right now is completely forgotten about? There's nothing I could do to get it back. What, isn't that kind of crazy? Like, technically you have money. And I guess in a sense, yes, you do have money. But in another sense, you technically don't have money. Because at any point in time, something crazy could happen. And that money that you have in the bank, whether it's $10, whether it's $1,000, or like some of these super celebrities with millions upon millions of dollars. What if something was to happen to where that money just like, bam, gone? Like, and there's nothing you could do. Sure, you could go show your face there, but if they can't pull it up on the computer, how are they going to know how much money that they owe you, that they are holding for you? Isn't that freaking crazy? So technically you have money, but technically you don't have money. And I was just like, I don't know, I was just going off about this driving down the road, and it's like one of those deep thoughts to where, like, kind of like talking on a cell phone while you drive. I see why people say they don't want you to talk on a cell phone as you drive, because, like, after the end of the conversation on the phone, or in my case, after the end of just like me, check this out, by the way, this is a huge fail on my part. I had no ammo dudes all around me and I died. But, it's like talking on a cell phone. At the end of this, like, big thought process that I was going on, I was like, dude, where am I? What the hell? It was almost like I blacked out. And I had no idea what, I don't even know if I stopped at any stop signs on the way to the bank. I don't know if I ran over a biker or anything. I was so lost in the train of thought that, I don't know, but is it that crazy? Like, technically you have money, technically you don't. Well, you do, but what if something was to happen where that shiz is gone? And I'm not saying everybody go get your money out of the bank and, like, keep it in a shoebox under your bed or anything like this. I don't see anything like that happening, but it's a crazy world, man. And what if that, it could affect a lot of people, okay? So that was just, I don't know, I thought I'd share with that and just kind of, talk about it in the comments. What do you guys think about it? Do you think there could ever be some kind of cyber attack, some kind of virus that just demolishes, like, the banks of the world? I mean, I'm not talking about just, like, Americans' banks or anything. What if it was just, like, all finances in the world are just, like, that bad, like, bam, gone, everybody. I don't know how much money you have. The banks have a shit ton of money that you put in there, but I don't have anything. So, I don't know. I thought I'd make an interesting commentary topic, and I wanted to see what you guys thought about it. So, technically we got money, technically we don't. Somewhere somebody does, though, that's for sure. So, and, as I'm driving, and I do this a lot. I actually shared it the other day on Twitter. I drive a lot when I'm going to, well, obviously I'm driving when I go places, but when I'm driving a lot, I'll just, randomly as I stop at a stop sign, when a car pulls up to me, next to me or whatever, I'll just look at him, and I'll make the face like you can see here at the top right-hand corner. I'll just look at him, whether it's just looking at him with my mouth wide open, whether it's looking at me just, like cheesing like crazy, I'll just do something, and I learned that you cannot do this without... you want to be an intimidating, yet make them smile when you do it. You can't do the face and laugh as you're doing it and be like, oh, I'm just making fun. You've got to look them deep in the eyes like you see right there, and you've got to make them laugh. And you've got to make them know you want them to laugh, and you've got to look them in the eyes when you do this. I do it a lot, whether it's just like me going through a Walmart parking lot. I'll put my face up against the window as hard as I can, and just put my tongue up against the window, and I'll just drive, and people will be like, yeah, what the fuck? Icy Window Lickers. I got a buddy named Icy Window Lickers. But I do it a lot, and I thought I'd share that as well. Do you guys do anything to just, people probably think you're half gone in the head, but, I bet I've made so many people laugh where they look over and they double take, triple take, quadruple take, and they're like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Some of them might bark the tires when they pull away. Some of them might sit there and I actually got to pull away first. And I mean, it's just awesome. I do it to make people smile. And that's what I like to do with my YouTube channel, to try to make people smile. If I made one person smile, it's good. And it always feels good whenever I'm driving down the road and I actually do get that response of people who just start dying laughing, and I'm just sitting here, and then I'll just pull away. My tongue's still up against the window. My nose, my nostrils all flared up like a pig, just stuck against the window, and I'll just pull off slowly and go. And they'll turn or whatever, but at least they smiled when I did it, and at least it made me feel better. And I feel kind of dumb afterwards, but hey, I made them smile. But there's a couple commentary topics for you guys. Let me know what you think about the money situation in the comments. We're about to see the final score on this. You can see I stayed alive pretty well. I just kind of stuck to the edge with the Peacekeeper, and I got me a few lightning strikes. I didn't have any crazy kill streaks going. If I'd had a swarm of dogs, I probably could have got a better score. But I ain't no Jay Nasty or anything like that. 30-4. I had a pretty decent game, playing with some beastly subscribers. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this random ass commentary, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.